guys, how's it going? Dexter here with one of the sillier names for a drum lesson. This is called the Have Another Biscuit. Basically, the fill just sounds like have another biscuit. So that's where it came from. So you can see I'm lacking on originality. I can't even talk. Right. Anyway, so let's have a look at what is this fill. It's going into, you'll see in the sheet music, even if you guys don't read sheet music, this is not complicated stuff. Don't shy away from musical notation. Look at this stuff. It's not crazy complicated. The X on the top is a hi-hat. The dot on the bottom is a bass drum. The dot in the middle is a snare drum. 3 things to remember. You've got some stuff going around the toms. The more you get into this stuff, the easier it's going to become. It's not like the piano. The piano, yeah, that is tough. It's really, really worthwhile learning the piano. I'm not knocking the piano. I used to teach piano. But it's, you know, this is pretty straightforward stuff. So just look at the notation. Don't shy away from what's up here. It's good stuff. Right. Anyway, less of the ranting, more into the lesson. The fill is this. We're going to have, so this is the little chunk right at the end, which is like this massive cluster. We have 2 notes on the snare drum. So right, left. And they're the 2 dots just above the middle line. You've then got 2 dots in the top gap. That's your first tom. So the first bit is snare, snare, tom, and then tom 1. And that's going to be have another. And then the last bit of the fill is just 2 notes down on the floor tom, right, left, and that's biscuit. So you've got have another biscuit, have another biscuit. All right, left, right, left, right, left. So it's a 6-note phrase, but you'll notice in the notation, this is where it gets a little bit more complicated, you've got 3 lines joining up the first 4 notes of the fill, just there. So this first bit. And it's got 3 lines, and basically the more lines, the faster it's going to be. And this is what we call 30-second notes. So it's a pretty fast little fill going on. And those first 4 notes of the fill have got the 3 lines joining them up, but then the last 2 notes have only got 2 lines joining them up. Guess why? It's slower. So this is what we call 16th notes. So we've got really fast and slow, slow. So make sure the last 2 notes are a bit slower. We don't just want da-da-da-da-da-da, have another biscuit. It's have another biscuit. Da 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 da. Got 2 long notes at the end. And you've got to get that because this fill gives you that kind of slowing down effect of almost like you're running out of batteries in that way. So this is what's going on just here. So try and get the timing right for that. 2 nice slow notes at the end just there. And then I've put the groove, just a basic groove in this. You can do the more complicated grooves, but just put a groove there because the placement of this fill is key. You can't just slot a fill in anywhere. It usually comes at the end of a phrase. So what I've done is I've given you a phrase to try and practice this with so that you can apply it. It's no good me just giving you a crazy fast chop if you can't actually use it in your music. So this is what this is all about. So the groove is dead basic. I'll just quickly walk through it. Got a bass drum and a hi-hat, followed by a hi-hat, snare drum and a hi-hat, hi-hat. So that's the first 4 beats there. You've got the first 2 again. So bass drum and hi-hat, then a hi-hat. And then the fill is going to start where you'd normally put a backbeat. So if you're playing a groove like this, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, that beat there where you'd normally just go for your snare drum, that's actually where the fill is going to start. So get in that place. That's probably the trickier part of this particular fill, where to actually put it. So do try and practice this simple fill on its own, but trying to place it in music, that's where the time comes. Right, let's give this another go. So I'm going to start slow. Play it with me if you want to. I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and have another biscuit. 1 and 2 and 3 and have another biscuit. 1 and 2 and 3 and have another biscuit. Get the picture. So if you want to, again, on YouTube, it's got the slow down function. If you go into there's a couple of dots if you're looking at it on a tablet or some settings things somewhere where you can actually slow down the video and play along with it slowed down. It will sound like I've had a few too many drinks. Have another biscuit. You're going to do it just for that now. You bet you've not got a drum kit in front of you. You're just going to slow it down just so I sound like I've had too many drinks. Anyway, so try and play along with the groove and the fill that I'm doing just that. And then try and speed it up yourself, take it away, and try and play it. If you're in a band, play it in a band, stick on your favourite record, try and fit that fill in there. It's all about application. Here we go. I'm going to finish with a short solo now. I'm going to try it in a couple of different places, show us how we can use it in some different ways, and try it with some different grooves, of course. Here we go. And there you go. So try it in all sorts of different places. Also, little quickie, little troubleshooting tip. After the fill, got to get back to the hi-hat. That's a very quick, back to the groove. Try not to leave a gap there. Or going on to a crash to finish off. Crash. That might take some practice as well. So give it some time. Start slow. If you can't do it, slow it down. Simple as that. Don't just keep trying to do it at the same speed. Slow it down. Well, then once you get it at slow speed, gradually speed it up. It's well worth going through that process. Anyway, remember to subscribe if you've not done so already. I'll see you for another lesson sometime soon.